class of 2026. Welcome parents and families, faculty and staff, mentors and friends. Welcome to the 239th Commencement at Franklin and Marshall College. You may be seated. Commencement, by definition, is a beginning. It is a long-standing academic tradition that honors those students who have successfully completed the degree requirements of this institution and are commencing the next chapter of their lives. Today, we celebrate the class of 2026 as you reach this extraordinary milestone. Our program bridges your time as students with your future as the newest members of the F&M Alumni Association. You will hear remarks from Board Chair Eric Knoll, President Andy Rich, and our honorary degree recipient and 2026 commencement speaker, Troy Vincent. We will also present the Henry S. Williamson Award Medal, the highest honor an F&M student can receive. The ceremony will conclude with the conferment of your degrees, that special moment in every student's journey when you walk across this stage and celebrate your individual and collective achievements at F&M. I now welcome Director of Faith and Meaning, Reverend Dr. Joseph Pritchett, who will present the invocation.
As we gather to honor the graduating class of 2026, let us take a breath and arrive fully into the present, attentive to this moment. We are grateful for this community, for its history, and for its people, including the indigenous peoples whose presence and history endure: the Susquehannock, Lenape, Nanticoke, Piscataway, Seneca, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Shawnee. And we honor this threshold we stand on today between what has been, what is, and what is yet to come. We give thanks for the road that has led each graduate here, for the many triumphs, accomplishments, and joyful moments, and for the challenges, uncertainties, and struggles along the way. Let us be grateful for it all. We give thanks, too, for those who have walked alongside these graduates, for the mentors, teachers, families, and friends who have supported them, challenged them, and believed in them. And as these graduates step forward into what comes next, may they have courage and confidence for the road ahead, wisdom and curiosity in all that they encounter, and humility, generosity, and an open heart for each person they meet along the way. May all the words spoken here today be a source of encouragement and a blessing for the graduates, their loved ones, and all who are gathered here. Amen. Now I invite all to rise for the singing of the National Anthem, performed by graduate Kiran Bedi along with the Commencement Wind Ensemble conducted by graduate Spencer Lane.
By the dawn's early light. stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Please be seated. And thank you, Professor Norcross, for letting us hear the real version of the Star-Spangled Banner. Well done. Congratulations, class of 2026, and welcome distinguished guests and friends of Franklin and Marshall College. I am Eric Knoll, Chair of the Board of Trustees, an F&M alum of 1983, and a proud parent from the class of 2009. It's an honor to speak to you today on behalf of the Board of Trustees as together we celebrate your many accomplishments. We recognize and applaud your perseverance, your intellectual curiosity, your willingness to engage with new ideas and people and experiences. We celebrate your commitment to lifelong learning and the impact you will undoubtedly make in this world. Your commencement comes at a time when your college is also at the beginning of a new era, under the leadership of Franklin and Marshall's 17th president, Andrew Rich. F&M is on an exciting trajectory, one we hope you will participate in shaping as engaged alumni. As you begin your next chapter, remember that Franklin and Marshall community is your community, now and always. We are here to support you and celebrate every milestone that comes next. To formally welcome you as members of the F&M Alumni Association, it is my distinct pleasure to welcome alumnus and president of the Alumni Association Board, Al Ingraham, class of 1972, to pass on the F&M Alumni Century Torch.
Good morning. And I have to say why I've coined this phrase for some time, and that is that it's a great day to be a diplomat. It's also helpful to know where you are in the program. Since 1924, our commencement has been marked by a singular tradition, the passing of our torch, the oriflamme that represents the transition of students from alumnus to an enduring light of diplomat legacy. As Franklin and Marshall alumni, more than graduates, we are mentors, ambassadors, and leaders who build bridges for the generations to follow. We are bound together of a lifelong commitment that is institution and one other. And now the highest honor to present to the Century Alumni Torch, the class of 2026. To receive this, on behalf of the graduating class, I call Class President Catherine Welch to the stand podium. Catherine, we officially welcome you to the classmates, to the Alumni Association. This campus remains your home, and we share the pride for tomorrow and always. Class of 2026, I'd like to ask you to please stand up, turn around, and find the people in the room that made this possible for you. And I want to take a quick point of personal privilege while you're all standing, and that is to invite everyone to stand and congratulate and thank once again someone very special to F&M, our outgoing Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Eric Knoll. You're reading my script. Okay, sorry about that.
Thank you, Al, and thank you to the Alumni Association and the Board of Trustees for continuing to strengthen and foster alumni connections with current students and the entire F&M community. On behalf of the class of 2026, I proudly accept the F&M Century Alumni Torch and commit to upholding the tradition of lifelong learning and championing the value of a liberal arts education. To my fellow graduates, as we step into the world, let us view each obstacle as an opportunity to demonstrate the strength and ingenuity that Franklin and Marshall College has helped us to cultivate. With unwavering determination, let us chase after our aspirations and continue to live, learn, and grow as leaders and diplomats. Congratulations, class of 2026. It is now my honor and privilege to welcome F&M's 17th president, Andrew Rich.
Good morning. I want to thank Catherine, and I want to offer a huge congratulations to the class of 2026. This is a day that is all about you guys. There are 411 of you here today, and I will tell you from here you look absolutely magnificent. You come from 30 different states, 26 different countries. Remarkably, you are almost exactly evenly split between men and women. 69 of you are the first in your family to graduate from college. It's a big deal. And 9 of you grew up right here in the city of Lancaster. About a quarter of you completed double majors, another 13% did joint majors, 169 of you completed at least one minor, and almost the same number completed independent research for academic credit. 38% of you participated in varsity athletics, and at least as many have participated in theater, music, dance, and the arts. You are an absolutely extraordinary group. And on behalf of the Board of Trustees, the faculty, the staff, the alumni of Franklin and Marshall College, everyone here and everyone watching online, huge congratulations. It is a time-honored tradition to do what Al had you do, which is for you to start this celebration by thinking about all the people that got you here. And that's your family, that's your friends, that's the faculty up here, and it's all the mentors that you have. To the parents, to the grandparents, to the siblings, to the partners, to the professors, to the friends who are here today, some of you who flew across an ocean, drove through the night, or quietly rearranged your life to be in these seats, I want to welcome you. This is a day that we very much believe belongs to you, too. And so, class of 2026, I'm going to ask you again to stand up, and this time to make a whole lot more noise than you did the first time, to give thanks to the people in this room who helped to get you here. And I'm not going to make everybody get up again, but I do actually want to thank once more Eric Knoll, who is our outgoing board chair. Eric has done more for this college than anyone in this room will ever know, and we are forever grateful for his leadership, and I am personally grateful for his leadership and friendship in my first year as president. You guys can sit back down. So graduates, your last year at F&M has been my first year, and I have learned a whole lot from you over these last 9 months, from listening to you, from spending time with you, from watching you make this campus come alive. And I want to thank you for welcoming me, and I want to thank you for inspiring me. Seeing you today, I feel extraordinarily hopeful and confident about the future. Today, I think, gives me, and it really gives all of us, clarity that what we do here matters. We develop new leaders, that's you guys, ready to take on the biggest challenges and opportunities of our day. Most of the class of 2026 was born in 2004. And just 22 years ago, there was no iPhone, no Instagram, no TikTok, no ChatGPT. Facebook had just launched in a Harvard dorm room and was available only to college students. Most music back then still came on CDs, which I hear are coming back into style. And if you wanted directions on how to get somewhere, you had to look at a printed map, or you had to write them down. The economy looked different. Remote work was a rare perk. The jobs that now define entire industries, data scientist, climate risk analyst, AI ethicist, they had no name yet. The pace of change in the 2 decades that you've been alive has been really quite staggering, and the pace is only accelerating. Here is what that means. The decisions that will shape the next chapter of this country and this world are going to be made in the next 2 decades, and they are going to be made by you, the people in your generation. In medicine and public health, in technology and artificial intelligence, in climate and energy, in government law, education, journalism, business, and the arts. In every sector, there are problems that demand creative leaders, people who can think across disciplines, who can hold complexity without flinching, and move others towards solutions. That's right now, and that is you. So I'm just going to offer a few quick pieces of advice. Number 1, as you leave college, know that you are ready, and do not be discouraged by short-term challenges, by a difficult job market, when someone says no, when your path zigs instead of zags. Instead you should push twice as hard for what you want. Your time at F&M has absolutely prepared you for this complicated world. Number 2, give yourself grace as you get started. I know that for some of you, maybe most of you, this day, this moment might feel like a place that brings you as much anxiety as it brings you excitement. You're saying to yourself, hey, why don't you give me just a little bit more time? I'm still figuring out what's next. And that is okay. It is easy to be good to yourself in this moment. And if you haven't quite figured out what's next, I can tell you, you are not alone. It will take time, and you should give yourself grace. Number 3, lean on us to help whenever you need it. A mentor, a network, a reminder of who you are and what you are capable of. We will be here. F&M is invested in your success, not just today, but throughout your career and your life. Your fellow diplomats, nearly 30,000 of them, in all 50 states and more than 70 countries, we're on your side, and we are ready to help. And number 4, last, be bold, and be ambitious, and be audacious, and be creative. What I have learned over the past 9 months is that F&M equips you to be just that. Big thinkers, bold leaders. You are people who look over the horizon. Be part of that project that is going to build a better future that others can't yet recognize. And lead lives of meaning and genuine impact, because you are absolutely ready for that. Franklin and Marshall College and you, our new graduates, are absolutely made for this moment. For more than 2 centuries, this college has understood and has practiced something that the world is rediscovering with urgency: that the most consequential leaders are not narrow specialists. They are broad and deep thinkers, people who can bring a scientist's rigor to a policy problem, a humanist's empathy to a business decision, an artist's creativity to a civic challenge. That is the leadership our world needs now more than ever. I think about the diplomats who have gone before you into hospitals and courtrooms, into classrooms and city halls, into laboratories and legislative chambers, into newsrooms and nonprofits. They all carried the same capacities honed on this campus: intellectual curiosity, a commitment to evidence, a willingness to engage with people and ideas different from their own, and the confidence to think creatively and lead boldly whenever leadership was called for. Each of you carries the same capacity. That is what a Franklin and Marshall education has given you, and this moment is yours. So grab it and go. Congratulations, class of 2026, and go Dips.
Good morning. I'm Sunita Kramer, Provost and Dean of the Faculty and proud graduate of Franklin and Marshall College. Like President Rich, this is my first year back, and I just reflected that this is my second commencement. The first one I was sitting out there with you. For nearly 2.5 centuries, F&M has equipped students to meaningfully contribute to the world as engaged citizens and effective leaders, well prepared to meet the moment. That is the power of the liberal arts. Class of 2026, you have engaged in this transformative education, determined not only to learn a trade, but to master the art of thinking, develop the courage to question, and hone the discipline to make connections and discoveries. This transformation happens through the creative collisions that spark new ways of thinking across this campus every day. We are a community that believes in the most profound growth happens at the nexus of ideas, nurtured by high expectations and a dedicated support. Our faculty are the cornerstone of this mission. F&M faculty, would you please stand and be recognized? Class of 2026, over the past 4 years, these scholars have been your enthusiastic mentors, your constructive critics, your research partners, and your fiercest advocates. Thanks to their commitment, you are now world ready, equipped to move from the classroom to the forefront of your graduate programs, your careers, and to an engaged society. Graduates and those joining us today, will you please join me in expressing your appreciation one more time for our F&M's exceptional faculty. It is now my privilege to highlight 3 of these colleagues who were recently named as recipients for F&M's highest faculty honors. We will formally present these honors at our convocation ceremony in the fall when we welcome the class of 2030 to campus. But for now, I will ask the following individuals to stand as I read their names. The first name is Christina Weaver, the Carmine and L. Beatrice Professor of Mathematics, recipient of the Lindback Award for Distinguished Teaching. Our second honoree is Professor Stephen Medvick, the Honorable and Mrs. John Kunkel Professor of Government. Stephen Medvick is the recipient of the Bradley Dewey Award for Outstanding Scholarship. And our third recipient is Professor Barbara Nimmersheim, Professor of Mathematics. Barbara Nimmersheim is the recipient of the Distinguished Award for Service. It is now my privilege to recognize this year's honorary degree recipients. Since the 15th century, colleges and universities have awarded honorary degrees to give academic recognition to recipients who may not have met the usual degree requirements, but whose career or life achievements warrant acknowledgement and appreciation. The honorary degree is Franklin and Marshall's highest form of respect and endorsement, bestowed upon individuals who embody the F&M mission through qualities of intellect, creativity, and character. This year, our 4 honorees will each receive the Doctor of Humane Letters in recognition of their extraordinary career achievements, leadership, and service to humanity. Full citations of all of our honorees are available on the commencement website. And let us begin now with our first honoree, and one who has already been very well familiar to the F&M community. As F&M's 14th president, John Fry reshaped the campus. He strengthened residential life and the student experience, expanded the faculty, and championed an outward-looking, community-engaged philosophy that still guides the college today. Please direct your attention to the screens and join me in viewing this video tribute to our former president and honorary degree recipient, John Fry.
In the commercial setting I was in, time was everything for us. How many hours can you bill for a project? How effectively can you get that work done? Make decisions, pick up the pace, get things done, get results. What I noticed right away in a university is that there was not a lot of focus on time. One of my roles had to be to constantly sort of pressurize the system. A lot of the work that I've been involved in over time has been notable for big physical changes and moves. People sort of reduce me to a real estate guy, but in fact, it's all in service of community, really building meaningful community. The way to attract philanthropy and the way to build partnerships is to show that you're a place in motion that has a point of view, that is trying to get things done, not only for its own advancement, but for the greater good. Throughout my career, I've been called upon to do things I had no idea either how to do or didn't think I could do. The hardest part of this job is to be thinking 25, 30 years out. You gotta create the space to do that. These jobs are family jobs. Yes, I was a president, but in the end, if I had to choose between one important thing at the college or something that was important to my kids, I'd always choose what's important to my kids. At the end of my life, when I look back, I want to know that I always tried to do the right thing, and if it wasn't popular or if I didn't succeed, I left it on the court.
John Fry, I invite you to come forward for this honor. President Fry, for your exceptional efforts to strengthen F&M's high-impact liberal arts curriculum, for your work in shifting F&M's long-term view outward, upward, and towards a brighter future, for your commitment to growing and improving F&M's physical campus, and for your consistent resolve to improve the educational landscape for America's youth at F&M, Drexel, and Temple. Franklin and Marshall College bestows upon you the honorary degree, Doctor of Humane Letters. pillar of the Lancaster community, Susan Eckert has spent decades shaping the city into a stronger, more connected group of neighbors. Her tireless commitment to Lancaster organizations, including as executive director of the YWCA, principal of the Eckert Group, and director of advancement at the Family Medicine Education Consortium, has left a lasting mark on nearly every corner of the community's professional and civic life. Please join me in viewing this video tribute to our honorary degree recipient, Susan Eckert.
So this actually was presented to me on the night I retired. This was a story that was written when I started, which would have been 1987. So when a woman went to work, the story occurred in the family section. I think times have changed.
Probably you're right. How am I going to get out of poverty without understanding what the life of the mind is? It is an area that I can open myself. No one else has to open it for me. I can open my mind. We have become a society that's so polarized, where the rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poorer. We have a tendency to blame each other. Oh, we gotta blame blue, we gotta blame red. We gotta start talking again about real solutions to real problems. We often forget that a liberal arts education offers people an opportunity to learn about the world as a whole and to understand the benefits of being able to read, analyze, and critique material. Looking back on my own graduation, you make false steps. It's just the beginning. And in fact, it's what you learn from those experiences that really matters. You have to go upstream to solve the problem. Sometimes we apply a Band-Aid, and that isn't really solving the problem. Education can be the beginning of a new future. That's what it did for me. That's what it's done for my family. And we have a rich educational community.
Susan Eckert, I invite you to step forward to receive your honorary degree. It is with the deepest gratitude for your many years of steadfast community work, your devotion to local people and places, and your numerous volunteer commitments, while always remaining dedicated to making Lancaster County an exceptional place to live and prosper. Franklin and Marshall College bestows upon you the honorary degree, Doctor of Humane Letters. A dynamic advocate for the Indigenous community and a preeminent voice for human rights, Maryann Robbins is a transformative force in our region. Through her leadership as the president of the Circle Legacy Center and her role as resident liaison to the Plain Community for WellSpan Health, she has cultivated essential space for education, dialogue, and healing. Her commitment to community building led her to F&M's campus as Community Fellow for the inaugural year of the Carnegie College's Mellon Foundation-funded Reckoning with Lancaster project. Please join me in viewing the video tribute to our honorary degree recipient, Maryann Robbins.
Yawen Skino, I welcome you and may you be well. When you wake up, you're saying Yawen Skino to the Creator, and then that sets you for a good mind. For my people, Indigenous people, we call this Turtle Island. I'm blessed to have had two strong women in my life who made us feel proud of who we are. I'm an advocate for the silent voices. Connecting with Circle Legacy, there was another Native person, another Native community. So I find solace within that community because of the peace, tranquility, the kids, the stories. I'm blessed to have that. They don't have to be from my tribe. Having someone in your community is better than no one. It's something about the rhythm and the dancing. It really is magical. Just because something is doesn't mean that it has to stay that way. We're not a past, we're a future. We are here today. You didn't take the pencil and just start erasing us. We're drawing ourselves back on these papers because we never went anywhere. Tokata nakichim, nutunuko wanakichim, eskanoga skewekwas.
Maryann Robbins, I invite you to come forward to accept your honorary degree. For your resolve to support and empower the Indigenous people of Lancaster and beyond, for your unwavering commitment to inclusive educational programming and strengthening the connections among Indigenous and non-Indigenous people, and for your active and engaged partnership with F&M students and faculty as they address our city's past, present, and future. Franklin and Marshall College bestows upon you the honorary degree, Doctor of Humane Letters. Our final honorary degree recipient also has the distinction of serving as our 2026 commencement speaker. Troy Vincent, Executive Vice President of Football Operations at the NFL, is a former All-Pro defensive back and 5-time Pro Bowl selection in the National Football League. Troy played for the Miami Dolphins, the Philadelphia Eagles, Buffalo Bills, and Washington Commanders. Troy is the only athlete in NFL history to have earned the NFL Walton Payton Man of the Year Award, NFL Players Association Byron Wizard White Award, Sporting News #1 Good Guy, the Ed Block Courage Award, and NFL Athletes in Action Bart Start Award. Alongside his exceptional achievements as a player, Troy has been a powerful leader off the field. He is a passionate advocate of survivors of domestic violence. He has been a commissioner of the U.S. Commission on the Social Status of Black Men and Boys. And together with his wife, Tommy, Troy founded Love Thy Neighbor Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to strengthening communities and empowering youth education. Troy has earned a number of awards for his humanitarian work, including the Jesse Banks Humanitarian Award for Service and Commitment, the Council of Urban Professionals Breakthrough Leadership Award, and the Peace Over Violence Award. To better understand the depth of his impact and the journey that defines his legacy, please direct your attention to the screen for a glimpse into the extraordinary contributions of honorary degree recipient Troy Vincent.
Every single day that I live, I think about how do I make a contribution? As a young child, just loving the sport of football. I was a gifted athlete through the grace of God. most don't realize that what separates good from great is the process. Who's fallen in love with the basics? The game is not won on game day. It's through the week and the time and the effort. We fell in love with the process, and the game days were easy. Pastor Miles Monroe once said to me, today's compromises becomes tomorrow's standards. What you tolerate, you won't change. This group of graduates have navigated the uncertainty of everyday life in a world that refused to slow down while they're trying to figure out who they're becoming. That matters.
How do you walk into the unknown with confidence?
What do you want your legacy to be? To make sound judgments in time of uncertainty and the unknown without fear. I loved my community. I served the community. I was a servant leader. Didn't leave anybody behind. I want to be remembered for how did Troy make you feel?
Troy Vincent, please come forward for this honor. Troy, for your transformative leadership and remarkable life of service that spans professional excellence in the NFL and devoted humanitarian work, and for embodying the very qualities Franklin and Marshall works to instill in students: determination, resilience, and a commitment to working together, and an eagerness to serve and lead. Franklin and Marshall College bestows upon you the honorary degree, Doctor of Humane Letters. I now invite John, Susan, Maryann to join Troy at the front of the stage as President Rich recites the conferral of your degrees.
Okay. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Franklin and Marshall College, I confer upon you, John Fry, Susan Eckert, Maryann Robbins, and Troy Vincent, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, Honoris Causa, with all the rights and privileges that pertain thereto. In witness of this degree, the college presents you this diploma, and I cause you to be vested with the insignia. Congratulations. And at this point, John, Susan, and Maryann can sit down, but Troy Vincent cannot, because on behalf of Franklin and Marshall College, I want to welcome him to share the commencement address with the class of 2026.
It's nice to be back in Eagle Nation territory. My day job doesn't allow me to root for an individual team, but it's always about Fly Eagles Fly. President, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, alumni, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2026. What an honor it is for me to stand with you on this milestone day. Today, as a result of years of effort, sacrifice, discipline, and growth, you didn't just complete a degree, you have navigated uncertainty, global disruption, and a world that refuses to slow down while you're figuring out who you are becoming. That matters. Take a moment and own that achievement. Commencement is both a celebration and a transition. It's a moment where the structure that has shaped your days give way to something far less predictable. And while you can feel intimidating, it should also feel empowering, because the truth is, you are far more prepared than you may realize. Roughly a third of you all are student athletes, and you understand something that translates directly into life after today. You don't win on game day. You win in preparation. Early mornings, weight rooms, film sessions. Early mornings, reps that nobody applauds. Discipline without recognition. Whether or not you've competed in athletics, you've learned the same lessons here at Franklin and Marshall through labs, libraries, internships, leadership roles, group projects, and very difficult discussions. You've learned how to prepare, how to adjust, how to persevere. Different arenas, same training. Here's an important takeaway as you leave the campus of Franklin and Marshall. What you've learned here is transferable into the new normal you're about to live. Time management, accountability, communication, collaboration, and teamwork. Learning how to accept feedback, how to recover from failure, how to lead when it's your turn, and support when it's not. You trust the preparation. You make the proper adjustments. Life works the same way. Don't overwhelm yourself trying to solve everything at once. Set a plan, commit to it, measure your progress, adjust when necessary. I learned these lessons early in my own journey. When I was drafted into the National Football League, it didn't take long to realize that everyone at this level was talented. What separated long-playing careers from those that didn't was simply preparation, discipline, and the willingness to keep learning. Later on, in transitioning from the field into corporate leadership, the same truth followed me. The uniform change, the expectations change, but the habits remain. Preparation was still the difference. There will be opportunities ahead where you won't have perfect clarity. You won't know if it's the right role, the right organization, or even the right timing. That's okay. Growth often lives just beyond that certainty that you're looking for. Some of my most meaningful decisions came without a full playbook. What mattered was character, preparation, the people who are my close advisors, and my non-negotiables. You may have a different set of non-negotiables. These are mine, and they've served me well. My walk with Jesus Christ is a non-negotiable. My commitment to family is a non-negotiable. I stand against any form of violence against young women and girls. I don't negotiate with lazy people. It's excellence or nothing. My future isn't based on fear, it's based on faith. Let me offer you this encouragement. Do not be hindered by fear of getting something wrong. Have faith, stand strong on it. Not everything will go the way you want it, but understand that failure is not a destination. It's part of the process. You learn from it, you own it, you improve because of it. Setbacks are not signals to stop. There are opportunities to grow stronger. Class of 2026, have no fear. In your next chapter, as you have learned here on the grounds of Franklin and Marshall, leadership will be part of your life, whether you seek it or not. You will lead teams, you will lead families and organizations, classrooms, and most importantly, you'll lead communities. Leadership is not about position. It's about service. It's about responsibility. It's about what you tolerate and what you model, and how you treat people when nobody's keeping score. You don't have to wait until you establish yourself to make a difference. Influence doesn't start with a title. It starts with intention. Serve the people in front of you. Know your neighbors. Invest in your community. Show up consistently. Society doesn't change through headlines alone. It changes through everyday decisions made by people who understand that excellence and compassion belong together. No matter where life takes you, anchor yourself on the principles that endure. That's integrity, respect, responsibility, and service to others. Those values here at Franklin and Marshall, they travel well across industries, across communities, across generations. Athletics teaches another life lesson worth carrying forward. You can't control the weather, the opponent, or every call, but you can control your effort, your preparation, and most importantly, your response. Life will present unfair moments to each of you all. Don't let them define you. Respond with discipline. Respond with integrity. Respond with resolve. One truth never changes. The will to prepare to win separates the good from the great. Talent opens doors. Preparation keeps them open. Commitment sustains them. Stay teachable. The moment you think you've arrived is the moment you stop growing. Ask questions. Seek counsel. Be honest with yourself. Inspect your habits as carefully as you inspect your goals. And remember this, none of us succeed alone. Isolation weakens purpose. Community strengthens it. Choose your circles wisely. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, people who support you, most importantly, people who will hold you accountable. People of great integrity and character. Class of 2026, you are ready. Not because the road ahead is easy, but because you've prepared well here at Franklin and Marshall. Step forward with purpose. Play your position well. Lift others as you climb. And when your moment comes, be your very best when your best is required. Congratulations, well done, and welcome to what's next. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Vincent, for those inspiring remarks. Friends and families, faculty and trustees, alumni and members of the class of 2026, it is my distinct honor to present the Williamson Award to an extraordinary student. The Williamson Medal is the highest honor presented at commencement. It is given to the member of the graduating class who has reached the highest standing in character, leadership, and scholarship, as nominated and selected by the faculty. The medal was endowed by Owen Moon Jr. in memory of former trustee Henry S. Williamson, and has been presented annually since 1922. This year, the Williamson Medal is awarded to Menalaos Raptis. There are students who excel in the classroom. There are students who lead on campus. And then, rarely there is a student who does both with such stellar distinction that it becomes impossible to separate one from the other. Menalaos Raptis is that student. An international student from Greece majoring in astrophysics with a minor in applied mathematics, Menalaos graduates with a perfect 4.0 GPA. And his record of achievement extends far beyond the transcript. From his very first week on campus, he engaged with the community, asked hard questions, and began building things that did not exist. He founded Space Week, then grew it into STEM Week, uniting 6 departments in a celebration of interdisciplinary science. He established our chapter of NASA International Space Apps Challenge, earning the NASA Stellar Lead distinction for 2 years running. He co-founded a community of over 300 members supporting women in STEM. He became the college's first upper-level physics tutor. He served as president of the Black Pyramid Senior Honor Society, Phi Mu Epsilon, and Sigma Pi Sigma simultaneously. His scholarship is equally extraordinary. He has published 2 first-author papers in astrophysics journals, contributed to 3 additional co-authored publications, and conducted research through the James Webb Space Telescope Cecilia Survey with summer appointments at Northwestern University and Carnegie Observatories. After being admitted to several fully funded doctoral programs, he will begin a PhD program in astrophysics at Princeton University on his way to becoming an astronaut. Menalaos has said that his goal is not only to study the early universe, but to become the kind of scholar who builds communities as generously as his mentors built this one for him. Menalaos, we honor you for your scholarly achievements and academic research, your leadership of student organizations, and your advocacy for underrepresented communities to ensure that all perspectives are recognized. You demonstrate our college's ideal of cultivating the whole person, and we proudly present to you the Williamson Medal. On its face, the Williamson Medal depicts Old Main and carries the college's motto, Lux et Lex, light and law, a reflection of knowledge guided by purpose. It is engraved with your name, today's date, and the values of character, leadership, and scholarship that you exemplify. For this, you have also earned the distinction of being the first graduate of the 239th Commencement to receive your diploma. Congratulations, Menalaos. We now invite you to speak with your class.
Hello, everyone. Today we commence. Commencement is an interesting word in that it signals the start, the big bang of something, and yet we use it when we graduate. I remember commencing my life at college at the tree right in front of the Diplomatic Cafe. It was time to separate. Goodbye, Dad. He would go back to Greece, where I come from, and I would go back to my dorm. I was smiling so much, I could not hold it. I love you, and I will miss you, I said, and as I turned my head away, I left a tear to fertilize the tree. I commenced my research when I visited the office of Professor Ryan Traynor to ask to get involved in his research. Professor Traynor, as my academic father, has saved my academic and life trajectory. I commenced my philosophical thinking by visiting Professor Hartman's office, and my curiosity in graphic literature, talking with Professor Wright. I cultivated my creative writing skills with Professor Montemorano, my understanding of economics by talking with Professor Maynard, and the structures of origami materials with Professor Hall. These and many more professors constitute truly my academic family, my home away from home. Leaving my country for a better future, the sleepless nights on campus, the physics club, the math club, analyzing light from galaxies, from faint galaxies, testing the properties of origami patterns, all make me say today, Dad, Mom, we made it. Class of 2026, we grew together in character and in knowledge. At the Writers' House, at Hackman, Steger, Harris, at LSP, at our college houses, at the Winter Visual Arts Center. And every time we entered these spaces, they were different because we were different. The exact same seat we didn't notice we kept choosing, being sure we belong somewhere with a simple swipe of our IDs to enter it. The walk that everyone has taken alone after a bad grade, after calling home. We made choices every single day of our college lives. And let me do a small calculation. Today, we are more than 400 graduates. If each of us made at least 1,000 meaningful choices, that is nearly 500,000 parallel universes created within this campus. I once wrote an email I never sent. I was often exchanging philosophical ideas with Professor Hartman, but this one I kept. I kept for a moment like this. Part of it says, I feel the campus is different at night. Walking back from the Writers' House to Ware College House at 2:17 a.m., after finishing my studying, the space feels empty. No one there, no cars, no sound. I just walk, looking forward, and then up at the sky, cloudy or not, and I pretend I see stars. I do not. I look at some of the 120 different species of trees on this campus, and they look beautiful in a quiet, almost unreal way. The lamps illuminate just enough so that I can see half of the view and imagine how I want the other half to look when I wake up tomorrow. Maybe I regret some choices. Maybe I do not. Maybe I'm excited, or maybe I'm skeptical. It doesn't matter. After this walk, I go back home changed. Dear classmates, we leave that home changed. We commence, not just by graduation, but a beginning. And we will be successful. But success, at least to me, is not a title or a destination. It is the satisfaction of who we have become along the way, the values we hold, and the ones we choose to represent when no one is watching. For me, success might look like this: being excited because a single pixel in a data set could be oxygen in a galaxy billions of light years away. And as we leave this place, the union of all these spaces that made Franklin Marshall College our moment of transformation, we step forward into jobs, into opportunities, carrying something far greater. A way of thinking, a way of questioning, a way of seeing the world shaped by the conversations we had, the collaborations we built, and the friendships that will outlast all of this. We move forward with resilience, with passion, with integrity, with the growth that formed who we are. And so by that definition, we have already succeeded. We have succeeded not because of what we are about to do, but of who we are now. We have succeeded not exactly because wherever we go next, whether we walk through familiar doors or entirely new ones, we will carry with us every version of ourselves that was shaped here. So let us go forward, not to just build our futures, but to imagine them again and again until we create something worthy of all of those possibilities. Class of 2026, we commenced long ago. Today, we continue. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Menalaos. We invite you to join us on stage as a member of the President's Platform Party for the rest of today's ceremony. Let's give another round of applause to all of today's honorees. On behalf of the faculty, it's my distinct honor to present the candidates for degree from Franklin and Marshall College. These individuals have fulfilled all academic requirements and are hereby recommended by the faculty to receive the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Will the first group of degree candidates please proceed to the stage? After each graduate is recognized, the don of their respective college house will announce their names individually. Graduates in attendance today will be presented in alphabetical order, followed by the reading of the names of those unable to be present. President Rich, we kindly invite you to the front of the stage to present the individual degrees to the candidates of Class of 2026. We begin our presentation of graduates with a member of Bonchek College House.
Good morning. I am Christine Phillips-Piro. I am a professor of chemistry, and I am the Don of Bonchek College House. And I am excited to welcome our candidates. Gubat Abdullayev, magna cum laude. Sarwesh Mani Acharya, summa cum laude. Shepard Brown Aitken. Catherine Isabella Alexander. Isabel Marie Allen. Chiadoze Allen Aniekwe. Lucille Rosemary Anstedt, magna cum laude. Anna Kathleen Addix, magna cum laude. Ryan Elizabeth Bond, summa cum laude. Nolan Ellis Booth. William Biscoff Bowen. Zachary Christos Branas. Maya Rose Brigandi. Kyle Jeffrey Broadhurst. Inkjin Budrakcha, magna cum laude. Eamon Middle Minge Cameron. Elizabeth Caroline Chiradana. Ziwan Ding. Thomas Patrick Dowd. Vivian Lynn Ellis, magna cum laude. Kyle Matthew Ivanko. Jake Robert Fant. Alex Joseph Fisher. Jonah Robert Fisher, summa cum laude. Jamie Fleschel, summa cum laude. Silvia Galindo Serrata, cum laude. Gao Feng Zhou, cum laude. William Hall Gerber, magna cum laude. Haley Bell Gerstein. Amanda Jordan Hastings, magna cum laude. Sirui Ha. Olivia Rose Henderson. Ashley Nicole Hernandez. Brandon James Edelman Hillwig, cum laude. L. Marie Holterman, magna cum laude. Skylar Nils Houghton, magna cum laude. Yuzi Huang. Amanda C. Imhauser, cum laude. Shubham Jha, cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Jones, magna cum laude. Mason Robert Jones, cum laude. Sam Farouk Camden. Annalise Faith Kaufman, magna cum laude. Tobias Feingold Kaufman, cum laude. Gerlin Kaur, cum laude. Janos Chrysopoulos, cum laude. Abhinav Suresh Kumar, cum laude. Ethan Lynn. Sean Maxwell Lipschutz, magna cum laude. Claire Ruby Lusick, magna cum laude. Ziyi Ma. Nico Anthony Medler. Catherine Payne Meyer, summa cum laude. Elias Mitchell, magna cum laude. William Jacques Moreau. Elizabeth Lindley Mott. Gabrielle Johanna Neal, cum laude. Vu Nat Wen, summa cum laude. Rosalind Ovalles, summa cum laude. Joshua D. Palmucci, magna cum laude. Leah Yere Perez Clase, magna cum laude. Catherine Alice Pippinger, cum laude. Brooke Lauren Proctor, magna cum laude. Anna Rachel Purchase, magna cum laude. He Chin. Harrison Cooper Rich. Richi Raiza Raman, summa cum laude. Sonia Eileen Roberto. Ryan Christopher Rodriguez. Patrick Owen Rooney. Eduardo Ruiz Alvarez. Neil Naveen Sadarungani. Jordan Everton Samuels. Ezra Yuxel Savas, magna cum laude. Lena Rose Shalinsky, cum laude. Tatiana Diana Short, magna cum laude. Juliana Grace Sirico, cum laude. Thomas Antoni Smolinski. Mateo Guillermo Sucre. Aidana Talgatkazi. Henry Daniel Tavins, magna cum laude. Catherine Hope Thistlethwaite, magna cum laude. Marissa Paige Thompson, magna cum laude. Travis Xavier Poyer, cum laude. Belen Nicole Tronsalidi, magna cum laude. Johansson Vargas Rodriguez. Eric Christopher Vives Cunningham, magna cum laude. Frederick Michael von Zuben, cum laude. Keith Hensel Wattenbarger, summa cum laude. Beatrice Grace Weisel. Megan Elizabeth Wayarda, magna cum laude. Lillian Paige Williams. Nicholas M. Williams, cum laude. The following students are from Bonchek College House, but could not be with us today, but we would like to honor them. Claire Whitney Book, cum laude. Devin Brooke Crone. Make sure I don't miss anybody. Sarah Jane Giovanni. Kesmond Vandell Elliott. Joshua Bryn Kulak, cum laude. Sarah St. Clair Paul. Le Tan Vu, magna cum laude. And Wong Hu Chun. Thank you.
I am Alexis Castor, Faculty Don for Brooks House, Best House. Please welcome the graduates from Brooks College House. Christian Accarde, cum laude. Emily Caterina Albert, cum laude. Maria Fernanda Araoz Pozo, magna cum laude. Abigail Sage Bachman, cum laude. Eleonora Bakirci, magna cum laude. Sachin Balasubramanian. Sachin Balasubramanian, summa cum laude. Rebecca Emily Bellick, magna cum laude. Fiona Besselman. John Birkland, cum laude. Kira Bunch. Mihailo Bolechuk, summa cum laude. Gabriela Clara Borges. Catherine Grace Bajukas, summa cum laude. Francesca Bovasso, magna cum laude. Austin Brown. Brady Burnett. Sebastian Giuliano Carrillo, magna cum laude. Yu Tong Chai, magna cum laude. Adam Chen, magna cum laude. Anna Maria Chiaradonna, cum laude. Damian Chen, summa cum laude. Dimitra Hotidu, summa cum laude. Jocelyn Chow, magna cum laude. James Conway, summa cum laude. Sui Don Wen. Michael J. Cunningham, magna cum laude. Drake DeJute Erickson, cum laude. Richardson Dockery, magna cum laude. Noah Christopher Drexler, summa cum laude. Carly Juji. John Christopher Feely. Madison Helene Galsick, summa cum laude. Gonzalo Jontu Arbisu, summa cum laude. Joseph Charles Gossick, cum laude. Ethan Trop Grabowski, summa cum laude. Allison Elizabeth Hulbig, cum laude. Juliet Jerome, summa cum laude. Ty Sebastian Jesperson, summa cum laude. Isabel Teresa Jolly, magna cum laude. Thomas Joseph Keating, Jr. Nicholas James Keenan. Emily Kinney, summa cum laude. Braden Klausner, cum laude. Bryce Lauren Cresho. Jiahu Lee, magna cum laude. Benjamin Funk Lockey, magna cum laude. John Joseph Luviano IV, magna cum laude. Nicholas Lisenecki, cum laude. Sergio Marin Miralles, magna cum laude. Luca Marshall, magna cum laude. Nolan McCloskey, magna cum laude. Ainsley Grace McClure, magna cum laude. Robert Peterson Moore, Jr. El Shaddai Muchua, magna cum laude. Hillary Merce. Aiden Muskins, summa cum laude. Gavin Meyer, summa cum laude. Elizabeth McAvoy Neville, magna cum laude. Kevin Nawaziat, magna cum laude. Aiden O'Shea, cum laude. Anik Josiah Punchihewa. Gabriel Rodriguez, cum laude. Lily Vanessa Rodriguez. Raghav Rungta. Miguel Assis Rosa. Laylee Rosius. Emily Sandoval Arteaga, cum laude. Logan Satlow. Brady Thomas Saunders, summa cum laude. Brandon Sauter. Alexander Seaman, cum laude. Casey Sparrow Shader, cum laude. Ahmed Mohammed Abdelghani Abdelalim Sharif. Corinne Schultz, magna cum laude. Austin Sorokanich. Jiwoo Soon. Hannah Telesnik, magna cum laude. Kane Uchida. Agat Van Masanovas, cum laude. Lauren Velasquez, summa cum laude. Faith Rose Walton, cum laude. Iki Wang. Lula Odundal Williams, summa cum laude. Florentina Wojnarowski, cum laude. Nathaniel Yannick, cum laude. Ucheng Zong. The following students could not be in attendance, but we celebrate them as well. Miranda Carol Beebe, Isabella Dentino, cum laude. Brendan James Knopp. Congratulations.
Good morning. I'm Jennifer Kibbe, the Faculty Don of Roschel College House, and these are the graduates of Roschel. Oluwafemi Dabrarere Adebodun Dorcas Abimbola, magna cum laude. Zainab Akram, cum laude. Nguyen An Bak, summa cum laude. Milo Francois Berger, magna cum laude. Jenna Caitlin Bernstein. Emily Catherine Blackburn, magna cum laude. Anthony Bonanno. Luke Michael Brodsky. Gurbani Kaur Chavla, cum laude. Joseph Anthony Clarkson. Tyler Cruz. Arogya Dahal, magna cum laude. Bilal Muhaya Degner. Emma Bronwyn Dransfield, magna cum laude. Jeffrey Duan, cum laude. Liam Ahern Hanlon Fanberg. Manal Fatima. Maxine Feldman, cum laude. Zi Feng, magna cum laude. Grace Fitzgerald. Jude Francis Harris. Owen Matthew Heyer. Tyler William Howe. Benjamin Micah Hudler. Noor Bowery Jepson. Owen Kennedy Johnson, magna cum laude. Tanaja Joseph. Ritesh KC, magna cum laude. Spencer Aaron Kolb. Shadana Linton. Lila Loria, summa cum laude. Rachel Faith Lutsky, summa cum laude. Runchang Ma. Benjamin Elliott Macy, summa cum laude. Dylan Mannix. Kate Lorianne Martinez Palmero. Kevin James Muncy, cum laude. Daniel Edward Murphy, cum laude. Nguyen Din Kat Tuong, magna cum laude. Nguyen Min Nok, summa cum laude. Te Quinn Nhu Nguyen, magna cum laude. Yu Chung Nia. Carl Reed Parkin, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Peoples, summa cum laude. Luciana Catherine Pites Diaz. Kian Don Pham, cum laude. Patrick Frank Phillips. Chian Kun. Asta Rijal, summa cum laude. Jack Samuel Schreiber, magna cum laude. Ayushi Shah. Inna Shapovalenko, magna cum laude. Alexa Mary Shekian, summa cum laude. Amelia Jordan Squires, magna cum laude. Andrew Sturba. Alani Vargas. Jason Carl Wagner. Brandon Wang. Jacob Matthew Wiener. Catherine Grace Welch, magna cum laude. Nora Williams, summa cum laude. Julia Helen Willis. Alexandra Cheryl Wilson. Rebecca Zaki, magna cum laude. Zaim Mohammed Zia. The following Roschel College House graduates are being celebrated but are unable to attend today's ceremony. Julia Rose Carbone, Mia Ella Geignetter. Congratulations.
I am Richard Kent, Faculty Don of Ware College House. It is my pleasure to present the Ware College House graduates. Lola Sidney Abel, summa cum laude. Ale Maher Gabala Abu Elmid. Oluwatimalayan Adefioye, cum laude. Zachary Michael Agamelian, cum laude. Akshat Agawal. Luca Hejun An Cooper, cum laude. Yarosan Altan Huayek, summa cum laude. Nicholas Andrew Alvarez. Jayun An, magna cum laude. Don Benjamin Ang. Faith Marie Lustre Bramschi. Catherine Elizabeth Briggs, cum laude. Gabriel Jacob Butler, magna cum laude. Haley Justine Cabanas. Lauren Elizabeth Coltrider, cum laude. Alexa Canales. Nicholas Patrick Hall Carpenter, magna cum laude. Bryant Eric Chan. Sekou Diallo Sharif. Gabriela Josefina Cielo. Carter Vaughn Connors Jr. Dylan Michael Cormick, cum laude. Drew Hale Courier. Ava Ray De Laurentiis, cum laude. Lien D, summa cum laude. Caitlin Laura Eves, summa cum laude. Jacob M. Feldman, cum laude. Benjamin John Fetterman, summa cum laude. Daniel L. Fuchs. Thierry Davian Ford, cum laude. Julia Emily Fumo, magna cum laude. Edward Joseph Gormley, cum laude. Vacaris Vejas Grosslis, cum laude. Elijah Michael Harrison Gregoris, cum laude. Benjamin Jack Grossman. Matthew David Hollander, cum laude. McCann Mary Honor, cum laude. Hu Yunqing. Amanda Jane Huxta, cum laude. Momin Wael Ibrahim, summa cum laude. Jaftina Joseph, magna cum laude. Kelly Isabel Coltenhauser, summa cum laude. Noah Katzer, magna cum laude. Samuel Christopher Keenan. Kiernan James Keller, summa cum laude. Spencer Edward Lane, magna cum laude. Mia Patricia Lanter. Mason Hayes Leapart, magna cum laude. Zachary Thomas Long, cum laude. Haley Elizabeth Marshlick, magna cum laude. Veronique Messa, cum laude. Lily Ann Murphy Cressman. Ali Noar, cum laude. Kiet An Win. Hang Zan Win, magna cum laude. Andrelis de Jesus Peña. Awab Naim Koresh. Morgan Elizabeth Reese, magna cum laude. Jeremy Magnus Ridlon, cum laude. Lauren Ann Russis. Ryan Matthew Chappelle, cum laude. Juliana Elizabeth Scheich. Madeline Karen Segarra. Benjamin Cito Glick. Tommy Shee, magna cum laude. Devin Simmons, summa cum laude. Dustin James Stetzel. Ayat Daher, magna cum laude. Irving Uriel Talavera Rosas. Charlotte Ann Thieck, summa cum laude. Liam John Timmons. Ty Matthew Tremba, magna cum laude. Vu Huang An, summa cum laude. Joanna Francis Wagner, cum laude. Wang Xiran. Matthew Flynn Wirtz. Xiao Jingwen. Yosuke Yamao. Gershom Elijah Israel Bennett. Yu Zhengda, cum laude. Cosette Annalise Zuber. Xu Guolin, cum laude. Carolyn Brown Regal, cum laude. The following students, unfortunately, are not able to be with us today, but we celebrate them. Daphne Pauline Hines, Joanna Lee, Lauren Marie Pittman, Edwin Thomas Robinson, Lucy Catherine Rogers, magna cum laude. Congratulations, Wareans.
My name is Robert Walter, Professor of Geosciences in the Department of Earth and Environment. I'm here substituting for my colleague, Professor Dorothy Meritz, who is unable to be here today. I have the honor to introduce to you the graduates from the Weis College House. Mia Isabel Aronson, magna cum laude. Jordan Kofi Otto. Matthias Abalayas. Christopher Asiolo, cum laude. Zachary Ashtiani, magna cum laude. Michelle Patricia Bedi. Michaela Patricia Bedi, thank you. Kiran Catherine Bedi, cum laude. Denijah Bellamy Green. Jean-Baptiste Guyesu, magna cum laude. Sarah Chapla, summa cum laude. Gabriela Francesca Delgado, magna cum laude. Suzanne Diaz Kuhlman, magna cum laude. Robin Dolly Dominique. Tegan Rosemarie Durkin, summa cum laude. Michael Epstein. Claire Wheeler Galper. Madeline Elizabeth Gers. Matthew James Giller. Anna Isabel Giraldo, magna cum laude. Vivan Goenka. Kiana Yuan Gao, magna cum laude. Alex Cooper Hartzell, cum laude. Jacob Sidney Hausman. Caitlin Herrick, cum laude. Thomas Otis Hicks, magna cum laude. Joshua Allen Hillard. Rachel Brett Hoffman. Eric James Howell Jr., cum laude. Eva Elizabeth Hutchins. Yosuke Iguchi, magna cum laude. Luca Iwaki. Toyja Kelly. Jessica Elizabeth Kinker, summa cum laude. Owen David Kosis. Olivia Grace Lamond. Gary Stephen Lewis III. Weija Lee. Yushi Ma, cum laude. Elshada Bahailu Malcolm, summa cum laude. Peter Thomas Mullen. Konstantinos Natakalis, cum laude. Lucy Jean Olson, cum laude. Lavia Mia Palmer. Destiny Michelle Ponce, cum laude. Riley Reeder. Alexander Miles Scarborough, cum laude. Nathan Alexander Schlesinger, cum laude. Sejul Sharma. Margaret Neary Smith. Jui Surana. Carrie Ann Tatey, summa cum laude. Grace Uwe Zukwe. Zoe Magdalena Warren, summa cum laude. Ingrid Josephine Clara Wehrstrom. Tanner Jacob Walpert, magna cum laude. Chue Yu. Jai Zhuang. And now we celebrate graduates from the Weis House who are unable to join this ceremony. Jack Borden, cum laude. Lan Ying Ton. Jonathan David Ludwig. Congratulations to all of our graduates.
Let's hear it for the class of 2026. All right, we're going to reverse this. I'm going to invite you to sit down and invite the candidates for degrees to stand up. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, and upon recommendation of the Franklin and Marshall College faculty, following the certification of their academic records, I confer upon these candidates the degree of Bachelor of Arts with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. The moment has arrived when you may turn your tassel from the right side to the left side. Congratulations, you are officially graduates. I want to invite everyone now to rise, please, as you are able, and join together in singing the Alma Mater, which is going to be led by the class of 2026 graduate Yosuke Iguchi and conducted by Travis Thompson.
With
be seated. As we bring the college's 239th commencement to a close, we extend our profound gratitude to the members of the Commencement Wind Ensemble under the leadership of Brian Norcross, Senior Director of Instrumental Music and Conducting Studies. Today's musical performances were composed specifically for this occasion by Dr. Norcross. This is going to be hard to say. Brian, we thank you for your years of harmony and leadership and celebrate your well-deserved retirement. Thank you. We shall now proceed with the academic recessional. We respectfully request that all guests remain at their seats until the final graduate has exited. Graduates, you will be dismissed by row under the guidance of the student marshals and exit behind our faculty and trustees. Our ceremony will officially conclude with the traditional tolling of the Old Main Bell. I now welcome honorary degree recipient Troy Vincent and President Andrew Rich to please lead us in the recession. A final congratulations to the class of 2026, and thank you all.